Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome to the 187th Hootenanny here at Dornan's. We're hoping a few more people will show up tonight, both to sign up and to fill the empty chairs, which we have seen very few of the last few months. Empty chairs, that is. We do have already 10 people signed up tonight. I think you're going to enjoy the show tonight. If there are any newcomers here, welcome. We do this every Monday night, have been for about 3.5 years. And since there's no cover charge, we only ask a couple of things, and the first and most important is please no smoking in here the rest of the evening. And the other thing is that we invite everyone to join us in what has become a tradition here of not talking while the performers are on the stage. Since this is acoustic folk music, it's listening type music, and we don't try to overpower you with a big PA system. Thursday night, some of you may have been lucky enough to have already gotten your tickets for Chuck Pyle. They're all sold out, but that's Thursday night. And then in a week, Tuesday night. I thought it was Thursday.
Well, Bill Staines is tomorrow.
Bill Staines is tomorrow night.
Bill Staines is tomorrow night.
A week from tomorrow is Chuck Pyle.
Okay. All right. Forget everything I said. Bill Staines is sold out. Chuck Pyle, they still have tickets for next week. And they're both good concerts. If you've seen them before, you know what I mean. If you haven't seen them, it's certainly worth coming up. Another one of our traditions is that when he is here, my cohort, Bill Briggs, always starts the evening out, and Bill will be gone for the next 3 weeks. So we'll have to twist arms to see who wants to start the evenings out for the next several weeks. But Bill started back in the late 50s, around 1957, what were known as Teton Tea Parties. Almost every night folk song gatherings when he lived under the bridge here at Moose one summer. And then he moved up to Jenny Lake area when he was guiding for Exums. Had these Teton Tea Parties going at the Climbers Campground and then up at Guides Hill. Bill has been a member, one of the original members of the Stagecoach Band, into their 27th year now. And he is here tonight. He's going to start the program out. This is Bill Briggs.
Oh, thanks. We're going to be leaving. It's always sad to leave here. I have to go away for 3 weeks and pursue my what do you call it? Oh, this is training. This is, what's that make?
Next level?
My next level. No, this is actually preparatory to that. Yeah, this is it's training on so we've got it's kind of difficult to be in the first few hundred of people trying things out on a spiritual level like this, but anyway, I happen to be there for the last 35 years. This is in the handling of the Spirit when it has in the leaving of the body. How's that? I'll leave you with that. Anyway, it's intensive training. I won't be having fun. I'm away 3 weeks, and it's 14 hours a day of training. magic strand of rainbow design, of rainbow design. In it I'd be the bravery of women giving birth, and yet I'd weave the innocence of children all over the earth, of children of all earth. In it I'd be far o'er the waters I'd reach my magic band to every human being, so they would understand, so they would understand. Show them had I a magic strand of rainbow design, I'd weave a magic strand of rainbow design, of rainbow design. Thank you. I don't know what happens to the short-term memory, but it was perfect in the back room.
It's the second thing to go, Bill.
Your knees are the first.
I found another verse to this song, so I'm going to try that out on you tonight. But it's Scottish, out of Hebridean song. I see here it was recorded by Gordon Bach. I'd like to hear that sometime. finds the old pathway to thee. Bear me o'er over and o'er. Bear me o'er over me. Bear me over and o'er. Sad am I without thee. In the morning when I go in the white and shining sea, in the walk, in the calling of the seal, your sweet voice calling to me. Bear me o'er over and o'er. Bear me o'er over me. Bear me over and o'er. Sad am I without thee. When thou art the music of my heart, harp of joy, Kushlamukri, moon of guidance by night, light and strength thou art to me. Bear me o'er over and o'er. Bear me o'er over me. Bear me o'er over and o'er. Sad am I without thee. Thank you. I look to see wildflowers blooming. Wonder why they seem so plain. Springtime rides the brown hills over. Young birds sing in a silver rain. I think of you as the night rolls by. You're on my mind the whole day through. Far away in lonesome valley. All the time you're gone, I think of you. when my world has turned to sunlight and the dust cloud stands in the summer sky, I number all the climbing roses, watch to see milkweed fly. I think of you as the night rolls by. You're on my mind the whole day through. Far away in Lonesome Valley, all the time you're gone, I think of you. And when I hear a light wind moaning like an angel's voice from a far-off shore, my days slip by like light snow falling on the dry brown leaves drifting by my door. I think of you as the night rolls by. You're on my mind the whole day through. Far away in Lonesome Valley, all the time you're gone, I think of you. Thank you.
Mr. Bill Briggs, co-founder of the Hootenanny, will be back in 4 weeks. Before, he's going to be gone 3. Maybe he'll be back in 5 weeks. Next, we have someone who, in the early days of the Hootenanny, was one of the most faithful, never miss it performers. This will be, no, well, Eric Moore since then has been spending, he spent last winter out on the West Coast, Portland, Oregon, is that right? And he is going to be going back in that direction in a couple of weeks, but he will be here next week. This is his 107th appearance at the Hootenanny. Please welcome Eric Moore.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to start with a song that I've done a couple of times here earlier this summer. It's one of the finest things Elvis ever put on wax. It's the way they used to do it. Wax.
Train ride 16 coaches long. Train I ride 16 coaches long. Well, that long black train took my baby, she's gone. Train, train, rolling down around the bend. Well, it took my baby, but it never will again. Train, train, rolling on down the line. Train, train, rolling on down the line. Well, it took my baby, but she's mine, yeah, she's mine. Train I ride, 16 coaches long. Train I ride, 16 coaches long. Well, it took my baby, yeah, she's gone, all gone. Thank you. Thank you very much. Where are you going, Jack? Getting ready? You're next?
I'm not going to play with you.
I want you to hear the song, though.
I won't move.
I just discovered a new song to play about autumn, regarding autumn, a couple of weeks ago. This is an old song, I think from like 36 or somewhere thereabouts, and I first heard it on a record I have by Joe Pass and Ella Fitzgerald, and it's called "'Tis Autumn." Old Father Time checked, so there'd be no doubt. He called on the north wind to come on out, then cupped his hands so proudly to shout, la-di-da, di-da-di-da, 'tis autumn. And the trees say they're tired, they've borne too much fruit. Charmed by the wayside, there's no dispute. Then spreading leaves, they don't give a hoot. La-di-da, di-da-di-da, 'tis autumn. Yes, and the birdies got together to chirp about the weather. Ooh. And after making their decision in birdie-like precision, they turned about and made a beeline for the south. And my holding you close really is no crime. Ask the birds, the trees, and old Father Time. It's just an attempt to make the mercury climb.
La-di-da, di-da-di-da, 'tis autumn. Yes, and the birds, they got together to chirp about the weather. Ooh. And after making their decision in birdie-like precision, they turned about and made a beeline for the south. Yes, my holding you close really is no crime. Ask the birds, the trees, and old Father Time. It's just to help the mercury climb. La-di-da, di-da-di-da, la-di-da, di-da-di-da, la-di-da, di-da-di-da, 'tis autumn.
Have you heard that before?
I thought you'd have heard it before.
No way I can play it.
Oh, well.
That's great.
Thanks. Thank you. All right, this last one I'm going to do is one of my own, and just to preface this song, I just hope that if you're whatever you're drinking tonight, I hope it takes you somewhere. I met her with a cappuccino in my hand. She was sipping some fine red wine, you know. She was headed for the promised land. I said, I come down from the 14th floor, and I'll be in the basement by midnight. Of that you can be sure. So I stepped on board and I took myself a sip. I felt the earth move underneath my feet, and I started on my trip. And we went up to the sky, up to the penthouse suite. And all us Java junkies up there, yeah, we was checking out the winos in the street. So climb on board the beverage elevator. Caffeine and alcohol, two little toxins that can do it all. They'll take you up and they'll cushion your fall. So make your choice and get ready to rejoice and hop on the elevator. Now Saturday afternoon is the toughest time of the week. You see, I've got to make a decision, but I've got to take a wicked leak. And I know that it's just about time to make the switch. 'Cause the bar doors are starting to swing, and my left eyelid is starting to twitch. So climb on board the beverage elevator. Caffeine and alcohol, two little toxins that can do it all. They'll help you get up and they'll cushion your fall. So make your choice and get ready to rejoice and hop on the elevator. Now I'm ready for work by the time my head spins. And every night I climb into my bed spins. Up and down, hot or cold, Otis runs both ways. On the fresh brewed gold, you can enjoy the ride the whole damn day. So climb on board the beverage elevator. Caffeine and alcohol, the two
little toxins that can do it all. They help you get up and they'll cushion your fall. So make your choice and get ready to rejoice. Hop on the elevator. Make your choice and get ready to rejoice. Hop on the elevator. A John on every floor, who could ask for more? Hop on the elevator. Thank you.
Eric Moore. And we have next our historian, storyteller. He gave quite a show, I guess, down at the Wildlife Museum. Tells us stories about the songs. That's his name here. This is Mr. Jack Hyler.
All right, Jack. No stories tonight. I saw someone be there Wednesday, and if all I can ask for you is that you had as good a time as I did. If we talk about on top of Old Smoky out here, of course, we're talking about a horse, but not in North Carolina. They're talking about the Smoky Mountains. And I don't know why, but in all the hoots I've been to, and I guess this is my 78th or 79th, I haven't heard On Top of Old Smoky sung, so I thought we ought to do something about that. On top of Old Smoky, all covered with snow, I lost my true lover from courting too slow. A courting's a pleasure, flirtation's a grief, but a false-hearted lover is worse than a thief. For a thief he will rob you and take all you have, but a false-hearted lover will send you to your grave. The grave will decay you and turn you to dust. There's not one gal in 100 that a poor boy can trust. It's a raining and hailing, and the moon gives no light. My horses can't travel, it's a dark, stormy night. But I'm going to leave you, and I'll write you my mind. My mind is to travel, to leave you behind. On top of Old Smoky, all covered with snow, I lost my true lover from courting too slow. It's interesting to me, I don't really understand some of that song. I mean, losing his true love from courting too slow doesn't quite figure into me what the rest of it says. But one of the things that does delight me is that songs and folk songs get moved, stanzas of folk songs get moved from song to song. And that, my horses can't, it's raining and hailing, and the moon gives no light. My horses can't travel, it's a dark, stormy night. It's from, it's a raining and hailing, and the moon gives no light. My horses can't travel, it's a dark, stormy night. Quite different. Same verses, same words. Now, the second song I had in mind, Margaret said no. She said you got to balance the ledger. In that first song, I was a little hard on my favorite sex. Not one girl in 100 a poor boy can trust. So we'll balance it with Frankie and Johnny. Frankie and Johnny were lovers. Oh my gosh, how they could love. Swore to be true to each other, just as true as the stars above. He was her man, wouldn't do her no wrong. Frankie went down to the bar room, to buy her a bucket of beer. Said, Mr. Bartender, has my man Johnny been here? He is my man. Wouldn't do me no wrong. Oh, I don't want to tell you no story. I don't want to tell you no lie. But I seen your man about an hour ago making love to Nellie Bly. He was your man, but he was doing you wrong. Frankie went into the parlor, peeked through the transom door. There she saw her man Johnny with Nellie down on the floor. He was her man, but he was doing her wrong. Frankie reached into her kimono, pulled out a little 44. Two, 3 times she shot right through that hardwood door. He was her man, but he was doing her wrong. Oh, roll me over easy, roll me over slow, roll me over on my right side, 'cause my left side hurts me so. I was her man, but I was doing her wrong. Around the corner come the sheriff and his 2 deputies. Said, come along with us, sister, just come with us if you please. You shot your man, though he was doing you wrong. Oh, bring on your rubber-tired hearses, bring on your steel-rimmed hack. I'm taking my man to the graveyard, and I'm never gonna bring him back. He was my man, though he done me wrong. And you can bring on your ropes and gallows, you can bring on your electric chair. What use have I for living when my man isn't here? He was my man, though he done me wrong. Now this story has no moral, this story has no end. This just shows to go women that there ain't a bit of good in men. He was her man, but he done her wrong. I never can remember what key I'm trying to sing in, so I have to look at those little slips. This is another oldie but goodie. Well, I wouldn't say either of the others was particularly goodie, but this one is. When I was a bachelor, I lived all alone. I worked at the weaver's trade, and the only thing I did that was wrong was to woo a fair young maid. I wooed her in the winter time, part of the summer too. And the only thing I did that was wrong was to keep her from the foggy, foggy dew. One night she knelt close by my bed as I lay fast asleep. She threw her arms around my neck and then began to weep. She wept, she cried, she tore her hair. Ah me, what could I do? So all night long I held her in my arms, just to keep her from the foggy, foggy dew. Again I am a bachelor, I live with my son. We work at the weaver's trade, and every time I look into his eyes, he reminds me of a fair young maid. He reminds me of the winter time, part of the summer too, and of the many, many times I held her in my arms just to keep her from the foggy, foggy dew. Thank you.
Jack Hyler. Hey, we've got a fellow that's becoming a regular here. Been steady on for a couple of months with us. Sings cowboy songs, old cowboy song, western songs. And he broke loose into some blues last time. Anyway, here's Greg Peckler.
Thank you. Not too much. For to get started with here, I'd like to do a old song that's not a Hank Williams song, but he did it, and probably the best version of it. This is the Lovesick Blues, and it's a very apt title for me because I've been sick of it for a long time. But I recently heard a record of Hank Williams singing this, and I started loving it all over again. So we'll see how it goes tonight. Here it goes. I got a feeling called the blues, oh Lord, since my baby said goodbye. I don't know what I'll do. All I do is sit and cry. Oh Lord, the last long day she said goodbye. Oh Lord, I thought I would die. She'll do me, she'll do you. She's got that kind of loving. Lord, I love to hear her when she calls me sweet and die. Such a beautiful dream. I hate to think it's all over. I lost my heart, it seems. I've grown so used to you somehow. But I'm nobody's sugar daddy now, and I'm lonesome. I've got the lovesick blues. I'm in love with a beautiful gal. That's what's the matter with me. I'm in love with a beautiful gal, and she don't care about me. Lord, I tried and I tried to keep her satisfied, but she just wouldn't stay. And now that she is leaving, this is all I can say. I got a feeling called the blues, oh Lord, since my baby said goodbye. I don't know what I'll do. All I do is sit and cry. Oh Lord, the last long day she said goodbye. Oh Lord, I thought I would die. She'll do me, she'll do you. She's got that kind of loving. Lord, I love to hear her when she calls me sweet and die. It is such a beautiful dream. I hate to think it's all over. I lost my heart, it seems. I've grown so used to you somehow. But I'm nobody's sugar daddy now, and I'm lonesome. I've got the lovesick blues. That's what I like. Kind of start off slow and peter out altogether towards the end. I did, a couple of weeks ago, I did a song, and I personally wasn't real pleased with the way it came out. We're our own worst critics, right? But in that grand old Western tradition, I decided that after getting bucked off, I ought to just get right back on. So, if you'll forgive me, Adrian, this is one called Jimmy Brown the Newsboy. Star gospel news. I sell the morning paper, sir. My name is Jimmy Brown. Everybody knows that I'm the newsboy of this town. Hear me cry, morning star running on the street. Got no hat upon my head, no shoes upon my feet. Yeah. Thank you. Well, that's twice. We can only hope for 3 times to be a charm. The blues. Bill said I did the blues last week. This is a... Back in 1975, I was out on the left coast, and I had the pleasure of meeting a man out there by the name of Boroff, Phil Boroff, and he's been very inspirational to me, musically speaking and whatnot. And I got to speak to Phil on the phone the other day, and he reminded me of this tune that he taught me way back then. I haven't played it in a long time, but it's a song I think you'll recognize. It's been done many ways, many styles. The rock and rollers have had their versions. The folk singers had their version. Country people had their version. Roy Acuff recorded back in the 40s, I think it was. This tells the story of a rounder. In railroad parlance, a rounder is a guy that just goes from town to town, from job to job. Never settles in one place very long. This is called the Rising Sun Blues. There is a house down in New Orleans called the Rising Sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy and me. Oh God, I'm one. Just filled a glass up to let the drinks go merrily round, and we'll drink to the health of a rounder poor boy who goes from town to town. Now the only thing that a rounder owns is his suitcase and a trunk.
Greg spreading his wings a little here. He's trying out new stuff on us. Hey, we've got my cohort coming up next, and he's a wonderful ballad singer. Tells a story about as well as anybody I know, but it sometimes has a surprise ending for us. Dick Barker.
Thank you. And are you ready for a sing-along? You didn't do a sing-along, did you, Adrian? Where's Adrian? She hasn't been up yet. Well, this one, the tune is, if you're a folk singer, it's John Brown's Body. If you're not a folk singer, it is the Battle Hymn of the Republic. And the chorus goes, glory, glory, psychotherapy. Glory, glory, sexuality. Glory, glory, now we can be free as the id goes marching on. So help me out, please. There was a folk singer, by the way, down in Boulder, Colorado, Professor John Greenway, professor of anthropology, and he had written a book called The American Folk Songs of Protest, was his doctorate study. But anyway, he had a lot of records out. Not a lot, he had several records out, I think on Riverside and Tradition perhaps. And basically he wrote all but the first two verses of this song. Mine eyes had seen the coming of the theories of Freud. He has taught me all the evil that my ego must avoid. Repression of the impulses will make you paranoid as the id goes marching on. Glory, glory, psychotherapy. Glory, glory, sexuality. Glory, glory, now we can be free as the id goes marching on. Sadism, masochism, the vagaries of sex have turned half the population into total nervous wrecks. But your analyst can cure you long as you can pay the checks as the id goes marching on. Glory, glory, psychotherapy. Glory, glory, sexuality. Glory, glory, now we can be free as the id goes marching on. If you seek to drown your sorrows in a flood of alcohol and go chasing after women till you're just about to fall, you may think you're having fun, but you're not having fun at all as the id goes marching on. Glory, glory, psychotherapy. Glory, glory, sexuality. Glory, glory, now we can be free as the id goes marching on. There was a man who thought his friends to him were all superior, and this complex he imagined made life drearier and drearier, until his analyst assured him he really was inferior as the id goes marching on. Glory, glory, psychotherapy. Glory, glory, sexuality. Glory, glory, now we can be free as the id goes marching on. If you find your lonely bed at night as chilly as a tomb, you curl up neath the blankets like a worm in a cocoon. It's not temperature that moves you, but a longing for the womb as the id goes marching on. Glory, glory, therapy. Glory, glory, sexuality. Glory, glory, now we can be free as the end goes marching on. Is your body plagued by aches and pains that you can't understand? Compound fractures, ingrown toenails, floating kidneys, trembling hands. Here's the answer to your trouble. You're in love with your old man as the end goes marching on. Glory, glory, psychotherapy. Glory, glory, sexuality. Glory, glory, now we can be free as the end goes marching on. Well, the next, it's a time of the year where a lot of people are ending their summer's work and taking off. And this next couple songs is about a couple girls who are traveling around. A hermit there was who lived in a dell. I swear to the truth of this story I tell. My grandfather's grandfather knew him quite well, this hermit. He lived all alone by the side of a lake. Concoction of herbs for his food he would make, and naught but a fish would the good man partake on Fridays. Now to ordinary mortals his body he clothed. Once a year he'd bathe both body and clothes. How the lake ever stood it, the Lord only knows, and he won't tell. One morning he rose all dripping and wet. To his horrified visions two young ladies met. In feminism matters he was no vet, so he blushed. He reached for his hat where it lay on the beach, to cover up all that its broad brim would reach. He clutched at his hat. He cried to the girls in a horrified screech, "Go away!" But the maids only laughed at his piteous plight, begged him to show them the wonderful sights. He clutched to his hat and he held to it tight to hide it. Well, just at that moment a wandering gnat made the hermit forget just where he was at. He swung at the insect, let go the hat. Oh, horrors! And now I've come to the crux of my tale. The hermit turned red, then he turned pale. He offered a prayer, for prayers never fail, so 'tis said. Now the truth of this story, there's no doubt at all. The Lord heard his prayer, he answered the call. Though he let go the hat, yet the hat didn't fall. A blessed miracle! So these girls kept traveling. Now Scotsmen clad in kilts left the bar one evening fair. And one could tell by how he walked he'd drunk more than his share. He stumbled on until he could no longer keep his feet, then staggered off into the grass to sleep beside the street. And later on, two young and lovely girls just happened by. And one said to the other with a twinkle in her eye, see yon sleeping Scotsman so strong and handsome built. I wonder if it's true what they don't wear beneath their kilts. They crept up to the sleeping Scotsman as quiet as could be, lifted his kilt above his waist to see what they could see. And there, behold, for them to view beneath this Scottish skirt was nothing but what God had graced him with upon his birth. Well, they marveled for a moment, then one says, we'd best be gone. Let's leave a present for our friend before we move along. So as a gift they left a blue silk ribbon tied in a bow around the bonny star of this kilt to lift and show. At morn he woke to nature's call and he staggered to the trees. Behind a bush he lifts his kilt and gawks what he sees. Then in a startled voice he says to what's before his eyes, my friend, I don't know where you been, but I see you won first prize. I don't know where you been, but I see you won first prize.
Oh, some sentimental songs by Dick Barker. Well, we've got our gal that got married on us and moved away, but she's back again. Singing some more songs, singing one of my favorite songs, Adrian Brown.
It's going to be the first one. Get to it. He's going to tinkle his banjo along beside me. So I have to get organized here. I haven't slept for some 36 hours. Because I left from the Bay Area yesterday after a chili contest. I didn't win. And I saw a good bumper sticker on my way. It said, if it has tires or testicles, you got trouble. I think it's a general rule, it's correct. Well, we've been slamming sex back and forth all night. This is a serious song, sorry about that. It's a pretty song, it's a traveling song since Bill is going traveling. We practiced it 1.5 times, eh?
Yeah, right.
I'm a free-born man of the traveling people. Got no face to hold with no man's eye number. Country lanes and byways were always my way. I never fancied We've been almost the same time. I wrote all my notes. Second song has a chorus, which you will quickly figure out and hopefully sing. You probably know it. Is there anything else I'm supposed to say? No, I'm actually operating on 3 cans of Jolt. And you don't need to sleep or nothing when you do that. Chorus, I think. Give me that old time religion, give me that old time religion, old time religion, it's good enough for me. We will pray to Aphrodite, she's beautiful but flighty, in her silk and see-through nightie, she's good enough for me. Give me that old time religion, give me that old time religion, give me that old time religion, it's good enough for me. We will pray to Zarathustra, he just like we used to. I'm a Zarathustra booster, he's good enough for me. Give me that old time religion, give me that old time religion, give me that old time religion, it's good enough for me. We will pray just like the Druids, running naked through the woods, drinking strange fermented fluids, they're good enough for me. Give me that old time religion, give me that old time religion, give me that old time religion, it's good enough for me. This has about 40 verses here, but I never sing them all. Pele wows them in Hawaii, the sparks they really fly, from volcanoes to the sky, lava please come back to me. Give me that old time religion, give me that old time religion, give me that old time religion, it's good enough for me. We will pray to the god Shiva, the one with many sleevers, she destroys all disbelievers, that's good enough for me. Give me that old time religion, give me that old time religion, give me that old time religion, it's good enough for me. Last verse. Well, let us sing the final chorus of the opera written for us. It's the one about old Boris, and he's good enough for me. Old time religion, give me that old time religion, give me that old time religion, it's good enough for me. Now, I'm actually terrible nervous because my third song I played on guitar maybe an hour ago for the first time. I wrote it about 3 weeks ago and perfected it driving north from Scenic Wells, Nevada in the darkness. It's a nice piece of road. No cars on it. I guess if this has a title, it's called Bumper Stickers. And I saw keep seeing bumper stickers in California that annoy me a lot. And so I figure this one, here's my notes, was on the car of Ms. Muffy McSoftware, who lives in a gated community near Walnut Creek on her Volvo. And so she gets it's like opera, hey? First one character sings and then the other character answers. So she gets to sing the first 3 stanzas. And then this guy whose name I can't tell you, who I met at the Livermore Rodeo, he says he'll rearrange my face if I tell you his name. he allowed us how he had some of the sentiments of the final 3 verses. So I'll probably mess this up. Much, but I like the words a lot. Oh, my son Dwayne is the student of the month at the Harold C. Crittenden Junior High. Oh, I'm so proud of my son Dwayne, I think that I could cry. I think that I could cry. My daughter Beth, the ballerina of the month at the Isadora School of Dance. I'm so proud of my daughter Beth, I almost wet my pants. I almost wet my pants. And my dog Puff is the poodle of the month at the No Bad Dogs Obedience School. I'm so proud of my poodle Puff that I'm grinning like a fool. Grinning like a fool. Gotta find his key. It's in there somewhere, damn it. My kid Snake is the inmate of the month at the Alameda County Juvenile Hall. Whenever I think of that SOB, I have another beer. My dog Spike is the pit bull of the month at Mad Dog Mulligan's Bar and Grill. I'm so proud of my dog Spike, I'll have another beer. Well, Snake and Spike can whoop your Dwayne, hump your daughter, and eat your dog. I'm so sick of your bumper sticker that I think I'll trash your car.
Oh, boy. Well, marriage hasn't changed you much. Adrian Brown. All right. Hey, our next performer gave us a wonderful featured set last time. He's here on his own tonight, but he's the righter of all wrongs for us, John Cook.
Thank you, thank you. Some of you came late. Outside enjoying the beautiful day? You got to enjoy them while you can in October, you know. A couple of years ago, somewhere in the 20-somethingth of October, I rode my bike in the middle of the day in shorts and a t-shirt. 70 degrees, 75, somewhere in there. The next day, it was miserable and gray and raining. And the day after that, we had a winter storm. And that was from Indian summer to winter in 48 hours. Couldn't ride your bike again that year. Enjoy it while you can. Now, I don't want you to think that all these country tunes are about death and sorrow and tragedy and really awful things, you know, these old-time tunes. So I thought I'd do one that's just a little different. It's called Everyday Dirt. John came home all in one thunder, well, he rattled out the door, just like thunder. What is that? Mr. Henley cried. It is my husband, you must hide. Wife held the door while old man Henley, jumping and a jerking, went up the chimney. John come in, looked all around, there wasn't a soul there to be found. John sat down by the fireside a weeping, till up the chimney he got peeping. There he spied the poor old soul, setting the straddle of the pot rack pole. John reached up and down he fetched him, like a raccoon dog he catched him. Black both eyes, then he did better, kicked him out upon his setter. His wife, she crawled up under the bed, but John pulled her out by the hair of her head, said, when I'm gone, remember this, and he kicked her where the kicking is best. Law came down and John went up, didn't have the chance of a yellow pup. They put him on the old chain gang for beating his wife, the dear little thing. I forgot there was wife beating in this song, and I promised you no violence. Well, he got his just rewards. John down in the old town jail. His wife, she come for to go his bail. Won't be long for he'll be used, and I don't want to end the song yet because I missed the best verse. When John got off, he went back to court. His wife, she got him for non-support. John didn't worry and John didn't cry. When he got close, he socked her in the eye. Put John down in the old town jail. His wife, she come for to go his bail. It won't be long before he'll be loose. I could tell you more about it, but there ain't no use. Wait, goes like this, goes. I played that song twice downstairs, all the way through without missing a note, you know. Just goes to show you. What does it go to show you? The altitude, that's it. So it's higher up here, or somebody is. Well, let's see. I don't know. I'm feeling kind of whimsical tonight. There's a fair number of songs that more than one musician does at this Hootenanny, and sometimes it's just who gets on stage first. Along about 1825, I left Tennessee very much alive. Never could have forded the Arkansas flood if I hadn't been riding on the Tennessee stud. Had a little trouble with my sweetheart's pa. One of her brothers was a bad outlaw. Sent her a letter by my Uncle Fudd, and I rode away on the Tennessee stud. Tennessee stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and there never was a horse like the Tennessee stud. One day while riding through a beautiful land, we came right across an Indian band. They gave chase with a whoop and a yell. I took off like a bat out of well. I circled their camp for a time or two, just to show them what a Tennessee horse could do. Them redskin boys couldn't get my blood, 'cause I was riding on a Tennessee stud. Tennessee stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and there never was a horse like the Tennessee stud. down across no man's land. We crossed that river called the Rio Grande. I raced Tennessee with the Spaniards full, won me a skin full of silver and gold. Me and that gambler couldn't agree. We got in a fight over Tennessee. Jerked our guns and he fell with a thud, and I rode away on the Tennessee Stud. Tennessee Stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and there never was a horse like the Tennessee Stud. Got just as lonesome as a man could be, thinking of my girl back in Tennessee. Tennessee Stud's green eyes turned blue, 'cause he was dreaming of his sweetheart too. Rode on back across Arkansas, whooped her brother and I whooped her pa. I found that girl with the golden hair, she was riding on the Tennessee mare. Tennessee Stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and there never was a horse like the Tennessee Stud. Stirrup by stirrup and side by side, we crossed the mountains and valleys wide. Came to Big Muddy and we forded the flood on the Tennessee mare and the Tennessee Stud. There's a pretty little baby on the cabin floor, the little horse colt played around the door. I love that girl with the golden hair, and the Tennessee Stud loves the Tennessee mare. Tennessee Stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and there never was a horse like the Tennessee Stud. Bill Monroe wasn't the only guy that changed songs around. There's a group called Charlie Poole and the North Carolina Ramblers, and an old-time string band, and they took this song that everybody knew, Frankie and Johnny, and turned it into a song called Leaving Home. 1, 2, 3. Frankie and Johnny were sweethearts, had a little quarrel one day. Johnny vowed he'd leave her, said he was going away, never coming home. Going away to roam. Frankie begged and she pleaded, Holly, Johnny, please stay. Oh, my honey, I've done you wrong, but please don't go away. And Johnny cried, while Frankie sighed, I'm going away and I'm going to stay, never coming home. Gonna miss me, honey, in the days to come. When the little wind begins to blow, the ground is covered up with snow, you think I'm away. You're gonna wish me back to your loving man. Gonna miss me, honey, in the day they say's to come. Frankie begged and she pleaded, Holly, Johnny, please stay. Oh, my honey, I've done you wrong, but please don't go away. And Frankie said, well, Frankie said something. Wait a minute. Honey, please don't go away. And Johnny cried, while Frankie sighed. One of those. John ran down the stairway. Holly, Frankie, don't shoot. Frankie pulled that 44 5 times and Rudy toot-toot, and Johnny fell. While Frankie yelled, I'm going away and I'm going to stay and never coming home. Gonna miss me, honey, in the days to come. When the wind begin to blow, the ground's covered up up so you think I'm away. You're gonna wish me back your loving man. Gonna miss me, honey, in the day they say's to come. Bring on your rubber-tied hearses, send for your rubber-tied hats. They're carrying Johnny to the graveyard. I've shot him in the back with a great big gun. Has the preacher begun? Send for some policeman to carry me away. Take me down in the dungeon cell and throw the keys away. My Johnny's dead because he said, I'm going away and I'm going to stay, never coming home. Gonna miss me, honey, in the days to come. When the wind begins to blow, the ground is covered up with snow. You think I'm away, gonna wish me back your loving man. Gonna miss me, honey, in the day they say is to come.
That was John Cook. Next we have the fantastic musician. He masters guitar, fiddle, banjo, almost anything he lays his hand on, and is doing a lot of entertaining around the valley. This is Tucker Smith.
I think I played this song about 2 months ago, but like Dick's bugged me for the last 18 years to get a Martin, and I finally did. So now that I've got a Martin, I've been playing the song so much that it sounds so good, I thought I'd see how it sounds up here again. The guitar sounds good.
Crazy about me. I like a woman who can never
Tucker Smith. Oh, that's a super song. I just love that. Along with John Cook. And it's time for us to take a break. We'll see you back here in about 15 minutes, and then we'll have more for you.
All right, if everyone can take your seats, we'll get started with the second half of the program. We're going to get started again. Thank you for all the people who came after we started. Welcome. If there are any newcomers here, why, we want to know, we ask but a couple of things here. And the first is please no smoking here for the rest of the evening. And the second is that we invite everyone to join us in the Dornan tradition of not talking while the performers are on the stage. This is acoustic folk music. It's listening type music, and as I said before, we don't try to overpower you with a big PA system, so if you listen, I'm sure you'll enjoy the evening. We have three more people who have signed up on our sign-up sheet tonight, and then after that we will go around one more with one song each from all the performers. We're going to get started right away. This is his fourth time with us here at the Hootenanny. This is Ben Squires.
Welcome back. It's a beautiful night tonight, this Indian summer. Can't beat this weather. Folks in the audience tonight enjoying the visit. Okay, this is, I guess it'd be an old bluegrass tune. Catfish John. Mama said don't go near that river. Don't be hanging around old Catfish John. From the morning I'd always be there, walking in his footsteps in the sweet Delta dawn. out in the fields, it's white as snow. Catfish John, prisoner hobo, he didn't die by the river's edge. Thinking back, I still remember they made me proud to be his friend. Mama said, don't go near that river, don't be hanging around old Catfish John. Come the morning, I'd always be in his footsteps in the sweet Delta dawn. On a slave in the town of Pittsburgh, traded for a chestnut mare. Though he never spoke in anger, though his load was hard to bear. Mama said, don't go near that river, don't be hanging around old Catfish John. Come the morning, I'd always be in his footsteps in the sweet Delta dawn. Come the morning, I'd always be walking in his footsteps in the sweet Delta dawn.
Ben, just a little closer to the mic.
Thank you. This is a little slower tune by John Prine. Up in the morning, work like a dog, better than sitting like a bump on a log. I know your manners, be quiet as a mouse. So lay low in a home as big as a house. I know a fella eats like a horse. He knocks his old balls around the old golf course. Well, you ought to see his wife. She's a cute little bitch. She smokes like a chimney and she drinks like a fish. There's a big old groovy man dancing with a big old groovy girl. Ooh, baby, it's a big old groovy world. Well, Elvis had a woman with a head like a rock. I wished I had a woman that made my knees knock. She'd sing like an angel and eat like a bird. And if I wrote a song, she'd know every single word. There's a big old groovy man dancing with a big old groovy girl. Ooh, baby, it's a big old groovy world. Kiss a little baby, give the world a smile. And if you take an inch, give 'em back a mile. 'Cause if you lie like a rug and you don't give a damn, you ain't never gonna be as happy as a clam. That's why I'm sitting in a hotel and I'm trying to write a song, but my my head is just as empty as the days long. That's why it's clear as a bell. Well, I should have gone to school. I'd be wise as an owl instead of stubborn as a mule. There's a big old groovy man dancing with a big old groovy girl. Ooh, baby, it's a big old groovy world. Ooh, baby, it's a big old groovy world. And I have one more song tonight by the late great Mr. Garcia. Since it cost a lot to win, even more to lose, you and me bound to spend some time wondering what to choose. Goes to show you don't ever know. Watch each card you play, play it slow. Wait until that deal go down. Don't you let that deal go down. Wait until that deal go down. Don't you let that deal go down. I've been gambling hereabouts 10 good solid years. If I told you about all that went down, it probably blow both of your ears. Goes to show you don't ever know. Watch each card you play, play it slow. Wait until that deal go down. Don't you let that deal go down. Wait until that deal go down. Don't you let that deal go down. Since you poured the wine for me, tightened up my shoes. Hate to see you sitting there composing lonesome blues. Goes to show you don't ever know. Watch each card you play, play it slow. Wait until that deal go down. Don't you let that deal go down. Wait until that deal go down. Don't you let that deal go down, no, no. Thank you.
That's Ben Squires. Next we have a couple that really got their start here as a couple. He's got a wonderful, rich voice, and she plays banjo awfully well. This is Bill and Loretta Westbrook.
Don't get it out of tune.
This is an audience participation song, but we just hand you a random instrument and hope you play it.
This is Bill's cousin, so if he breaks my banjo, we'll keep it in the family.
We always try and do a couple of new ones. That way yeah, I can see that. Don't fall off that. If she falls off that, I'll keep playing. Show must go on, even through the laughter. When I was a young man, I thought I knew everything, but I didn't know nothing till I found you. I used to get around some, thought I'd seen everything, but I hadn't seen nothing till I found you. I found you, there was no light. Nothing ever worked out right. Maybe it's true. Till I found you. Now everybody's searching. They're trying to find something. But I don't need nothing. Now that I found you. 'Cause you're the only one, love. The only one I'm sure of. Now all I want is your love. Now that I found you. Till I found you, there was no light. Nothing ever worked out right. Baby, it's true. Till I found you. I found you, there was no light. Nothing ever worked out right. Baby, it's true. Till I found you. Baby, it's true. Till I found you. Oh, baby, it's true. Till I found you. We want to invite Tucker up here to back us up a little on fiddle on this one. Ready? I left you with nothing but a few tears in my eyes. Now I'm halfway down the interstate, past Highway 99. It's just me and one good wiper blade up against the rain, and I still hear the echoes of those bitter words we said. I could drive a million miles and never drive them from my head. Those words we said. No matter how I try, I can't get far enough away. Every sad song on my radio sounds like it's custom made by some devil on my shoulder that keeps whispering in my ear. And I still hear the echoes of those bitter words we said. And I could drive a million miles and never drive them from my head. Those words that wounded like an arrow to the heart and keep me driving, driving. And I still hear the echoes of those bitter words we said. I could drive a million miles and never drive them from my head. those words we said. Those words we said. Those words we said.
Thanks, Tucker. We're going to change the pace a little bit. Try out a little new bluegrass tune that has a little bit of a swing to it.
This is a song by my favorite player, of course, Earl Scruggs. Of course. I don't hardly ever get to play it because it's in D minor. I have to retune my banjo every time, so you may never hear it again.
Pay attention.
Pay attention. Audience, sing along. You know, I'm having slippage here.
You are. What happens when you lose your lap? Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, Bill and Loretta Westbrook. Good banjo playing. Yeah. Hey, we've got one more performer, and summer's over, and he gets a chance to get away from the ranch, Pinto Ranch up here. It's a real live cowboy, Jerry Bell.
Thank you. Get this deal all adjusted here. Oh, on a request of this one gentleman,
All right.
I will turn my hat back a little bit. Okay, let's see here. Try some different stuff this evening, and some of the stuff that I kind of like, I don't really do a lot, but Haven't done them for a while, so I'll try them. And if you know the words of these, I'm sure you do. There's a bunch of you folks that know this one. Help me out here. Today, while the blossoms still cling to the vine, I taste your strawberries, I drink your sweet wine. A million tomorrows can all pass away ere I forget all the joy that is mine today. While you're over, or I'll be a dandy, you know who I am by the song that I sing. I'll feast at your table, I'll sleep in your clover. Who cares what tomorrow can bring? Today, while the blossoms still cling to the vine, I taste your strawberries, I drink your sweet wine. A million tomorrows can all pass away ere I forget all the joy that is mine today. Today. It's been a while since I've done that. Obviously, I forgot the words. I'll try to forget the words of this one too and see how it comes out. It's called This Good Life. This good life, I've worked so hard for. Didn't know that it could be if I'd say a few ideals once were part of me. This good life, I've worked so hard for. This illusion of success, it might have offered me much more, and I expected less. This good life, it's just a shadow of the one I had in mind when I think about the someone who I'd somehow left behind. Wish that I start again, knowing then what I know now. There's such a lot I've never learned.